Time is January 9th, 2025. Kind of surprised I'm making this video. Well, not really, but all the same. Um, to the people that are losing their homes, their livelihoods, everything in LA and in other areas of California, I am sorry. I really, truly am sorry. I really don't have anything that I can give, and I do apologize for that, but that's making it about me. And that's not really appropriate given that you're the ones that are going through the tragedy. Uh, but I do want to talk to the people who seem to think that Democrats, well, really politicians in general, have your best interests at heart. This is yet another prime example to show you that there are people that will fight for you and there are people that won't. And given anybody who's had at least some level of privy observance over the last 4 years, if we're really being genuinely honest with ourselves, can see that it's very obvious who cares and who doesn't when it comes to politics. Who actually wants you to succeed and who doesn't. Now, I'm very anti-government in the first place. I really don't like government. I think, generally speaking, they are an evil that is necessary, but should be limited at all costs, to the very best of our ability. That said, I'm watching what's going on with California. I watched what went on with Palestine, Ohio. I watched what happened with Butler, Pennsylvania, with a plethora of tragedies that have happened within our union, especially in North Carolina. And I gotta say, I'm really disappointed in our administration that's leaving office here in a couple weeks, thankfully. But I'm also really disappointed in people that still seem to think that these individuals, Gavin Newsom, Joe Biden, Kamala Harris, and pretty much anybody really, gives a rat's ass about you when they've demonstrated to everybody else that they don't care. And if you are opposed to their ideas, they care about you even less. For those of you that are just coming to this realization, welcome, I guess. I'm sorry it took this long for you to understand. And I'm not saying that, Trump is going to be the be-all, end-all fix-it to everything and all of our ills and all of our problems. He's not. I think he'll do a lot of good. He did a lot of good in his first term. That's part of what caused me to be a supporter of his. I was not for him again in 2016, but it was what caused me to be a supporter of his. And now, though I think he's going to do a lot of really good and remarkable things for the sake of this nation, I do also hope that this is his last term. Not just through the legal means of a president can't run for more than 2 terms type thing, thanks to the 22nd Amendment, I think it is. But because he's not supposed to run for more, he's not supposed to have more. His time is more or less up after this. And I want somebody else in there that'll take the torch and run it just a little bit further in a better direction than where things are presently. But I will say that man has demonstrably shown that he is more willing to care about everybody, even people that I may personally be somewhat opposed to, or not necessarily opposed, but in disagreements with. He's trying to find ways to support them. The liberal, Democrat, LGBTQ, what have you. He wants to show you support, but there are bounds and confines within that support. If you don't want it, then you don't want it. But anyways, I hope that these tragedies that we've faced over the last 4 years and what we're seeing now with Los Angeles, will be a very stark reminder and contrast to just who exactly cares versus who doesn't.